Hello, my friends. How are you? This is Melanie with Melanie Smith Stamps, and welcome to March 2025. I have almost the entire Spellbinders club kit right here, and we are going to go through it step by step momentarily. But first, I have some important news to share with you. I have three things I just wanted to point out real quick here at the top of the video, so stick with me just for a minute or two. I wanted to point out the Spellbinders sale. There's a 30% off sale on BetterPress and Glimmer items in the shop. Now that's a lot of things. That's the machines, that's the plates, that's the ink, the paper, the foils, everything you need for your Glimmer and your BetterPress. And it's actually 30% or more. So it's not just 30%. So make sure you check out the store. I'll make sure it's linked below. And using that link does help support me. So that would be greatly appreciated if you can use my link when you're shopping at Spellbinders. My second thing I wanted to touch base with you on is my Facebook group. I am now doing a challenge, a monthly challenge with prize over in my Craft Life Together with Spellbinders and More Facebook group. So I want to invite everybody over there to participate with me. It's actually getting a lot of fun participation in the group, and that's what I'm after, because after all, I can't craft life with you unless you can craft life with me. So that is the point of the challenge, is that I get to see you crafting as well. So again, the actual group is Craft Life Together with Spellbinders and More. It's on Facebook, and the actual link is www.facebook.com/group/melaniesmithstamps. I'll run that here on the bottom for you. And you can join and then participate. I will have a brand new graphic tomorrow morning, so you can see that. I post it at the beginning of every month, and then I do a live drawing at on the last day of every month inside that Facebook group as well. So I draw and I preview the next month's challenge. So there is a color challenge and there is actually a sketch challenge, or you can choose to do both. So you have 3 ways to participate, and you can participate as many times as you want during the month for an extra entry. The last item I'm just going to point out super quick is the club details, and that is for current club members. Something was pointed out to me last month about the switcheroo of when you're making changes to your clubs, that there was a little confusion on the website. So make sure you make those changes earlier rather than really close to the deadline. So if you're going to change, again, add the items to the cart and check out on anything you want to get, and then go into your subscription and cancel any of your older stuff that you want to get rid of. You don't want billing, and do that before the 4th of the month. The sooner you do it, the better. And then on the 5th, any of those older items that you left in there will automatically bill. So if you're wanting to keep it, just let it roll, just let it ride. And if you're wanting to change it up by purchasing first and then going back and canceling the old. And that way you stay on as a club member and you don't lose your club member status and have to wait until the 6th to order. Now for new members, that 6th is your day. If you see anything here today you want and you're not a club member currently, the 6th is the day you get to join. Until then, you'll be able to click the links below, but when you get over to the website, you're not going to be able to see the items add to cart option. So just wait until the 6th and you return back to the website and hit add to cart then. Okay, now let's get to the fun part. So I, for one, am loving the masculine items in this club this month. This item here is the free caboodle item. If you do the deluxe caboodle, you get everything in the caboodle. That's all 10 items, all 10 club kits. You get all 10 club kits for $120. That is a 60% discount. And you get that item for free. This is all masculine press plates, and it's got a die as well. So it's one press plate, one die, and it's a one and done. So you get one of each. And it's got really good sentiments that go along with fishing and golf. And it's going to be perfect for our masculine cards. Matter of fact, my video this month is going to be masculine cards. So you're going to see those from me this month. I love the sentiments. They're perfect. And we need more masculine stuff in our stash. So I'm really appreciative to Spellbinders for picking these out for us. And I'm looking at those one by one because each one of them is just like, I mean, may your catches be legendary. I just love that. The press and the details of the one and done is just amazing. So here is the small die of the month. And if you want those masculine items, this is the item you're going to want to get. This has both your fishing and your golf. Your fishing is a smaller scale, your golf is a larger scale, but they can be used together if you think about leaving the fishing out and leaving the man in. He can be in the background, your golf can be in the foreground, and you can make them work together. So keep that in mind. But you have the pants in the top there, and then you have the hair and the head and the hats. You have everything. But then you can use that piece right there that I'm pointing to use as the golf club stick, or it becomes an actual dock. So that's kind of interesting that they use that piece for two. And the wax seal this month is a medallion-like shape. But if it's used with the white beads, it looks like a golf ball. So that is some interaction, some collaborating between the two kits that is going to be really interesting. And I have not received it yet because for some reason my box got sent to New York. Now, I'm in Georgia, guys, and Spellbinders is in Arizona. So somehow it went to Tennessee, and then it went to New York, and now it's coming back to me. So I'm pretty sure my wax seal is in that missing box. But here in this detailed picture I printed for you, it's a medallion shape. But the beads are supposed to be a mixed bag of beads, and it's supposed to have a white in the mix. And that white, when used alone with this medallion shape, looks like a golf ball. So of course, if you do it in other colors, it's not going to. But if you use it on its own, it's going to look like the golf ball and be the perfect size for it. So I'm going to take pictures on social media so I can share that with you. And you'll be able to see the before and after of my card that I'm doing in the video. So here is the large die of the month, Family and Friends vignette. And here you have lots of options. You have the vignette here to create the focal of your scene. And then you have 3 options. And I have some samples here to share with you. I actually use this quite a bit because I love the florals in it. So, and I haven't even touched the tip of the iceberg because the dog, the dinosaur, I haven't even done those yet. But the dog, I've seen samples from makers, and the dog has a hat. He has these little slippers, and you can have come out of his mouth. Oh my goodness, how cute is that? Then you have a dinosaur that could go for boy or girl. If you put the tutu and the ballet slippers on her, she looks like a little girl. And if you leave those off, she can totally be a boy. But then you have these really pretty flowers. And I've used the flowers right here. And I used them 2 different ways. One way, I did the outer borders on the flower, on that big flower. And on this one here, I didn't. Now, you'll notice I have a background here. And you're going to see that's actually 2 other clubs. And I'm going to point that out in a minute when we get to them. But this one here is using that same background in a different way. So you see, I'm totally, what I'm showing there is that is the Spellbinders new paper, the color wheel paper that I have glimmered on. And it was perfect the very first time. I've only glimmered on the paper 3 different times, and you'll see all of them here in today's video. But all 3 times that I've glimmered on the paper, I have been astonished at my results. That's the only time I've done it though. Now that back one is glimmered, this top one is BetterPressed. So just to show you the two, the top one is BetterPressed in Lisa Horton's Cloud 9 metallic inks, and it worked like a dream. So if you have those in your stash, know that they BetterPress beautifully. So here's the little princess, the little dog, and then you've got these gorgeous florals. I just love them. I just love the little detail accents on the floral tips. But oh my gosh, you have so many ideas that you can use. You can go the masculine with the dog, or you can go kids, or you can go feminine. You can do all of it, all from one set. So I thought that was pretty clever. So many ideas. So many ideas. Now, this one here, let me take it out of the package because I want you to see this. This one here is this embossing folder. And you see how I colored it? Look how gorgeous it's colored. It's so pretty. And actually, those colors go along with my challenge colors this month. Hint, hint. Make sure you join my challenge over in my group because those colors are inspired by it. But look how pretty it's colored. All that detail. I'm going to show you in just a second. That was the 2D embossing. This is the 3D embossing. And it is equally gorgeous. Really cool thing about this embossing folder is that it can be used 2 ways. You could use it for masculine or feminine. If you place the card up here in your right hand corner, as I'm showing you right here, you could use it for chain link embossing folder. So think of the men in your life, what you could use a chain link background for, like a fence, or put a racing car on it, or something like a motorcycle, or anything like that, that a chain link would give a good, funky feel. Think of it in a metallic, silver metallic chain link. That would be really cool. So, or you can do what I did and take the bottom left-hand corner, which is what I did here, and then you have the floral corner of the embossing. Now, these are both A2 size cards, so you could go larger and have a bigger form of this one and make an A7 size card, which is your 5x7. So the mom sentiment here is from the Glimmer of the Month, and I pulled the other one out of my stash, I believe from last month's cards, if I'm not mistaken. So I wanted something having to do with flowers. So I've colored my embossing folder there, and I've used a little bit of magicals there in the center, watercolored those centers to give it a little shimmer, and I also splattered that just a little bit with gold as well. Really love the way this one came out. It came really soft, and that is what I was intending. It's something soft, something any mom would love. So that is the large embossing folder. And I will share a little bit more about that small one here a little bit later. So here in these two, you've got the Stamp and Die of the Month, and then you've got the Glimmer of the Month. Both of them are family-oriented sentiment sets. You have everything here. So you have daughter, son, mom, and dad. And the sentiments are to my grandma, for my grandson, happy Father's Day, happy Mother's Day, home is where the family is, I'll always be here for you. To our remarkable son, cheers to you, my friend, you're growing up so fast. To a wonderful daughter, to my grandpa, to my amazing dad, you make us proud, celebrate big today. For my granddaughter, your love is my anchor, you're our greatest joy. For all you do, thank you. Your strength inspires me, and enjoy your day to the fullest. And all of those would go as a sub-sentiment to the other. Now, your other one is a little more difficult, of course, to read because it's the glimmer, but I'll give it a try. To my sister, to my friend, to my brother, you're my hero, my lifelong friend. You inspire me daily. Thanks for everything. Forever my role model. Your hugs are the best. You taught me to dream big. Forever my partner in crime. And your support means the world. Now, all of these also have the larger foil plate, which is mom, mom, or dad. So these are specifically for your parents. And I just think the other one has the siblings, the son and daughter for the children, but include mom and dad as well. And they also have the mum in there for those of you in the UK. So now we go to the stitching, and the stitching is like an argyle. I thought that was really neat, but it also makes me think of like a picket fence. Now in my video, we're going to stitch this up together. We stitch these little squares here and we cross hatch them. So if you're not sure what that means, make sure you check out my video in the upcoming days and hit that like and subscribe button before you go today, and ring that notification bell if you don't want to miss out on that video. Now, this BetterPress of the month has to be my favorite. You guys know me by now. BetterPress is my jam, and this is not one to disappoint at all. It is gorgeous, both glimmered and pressed. I have them both here, like I showed you earlier. There's the glimmer, and I did tone on tone, which you're going to see a lot more of now that I'm glimmering on the new cardstock. But in here is the pressed, and like I said, those are the metallic inks. Now this is where the magic happens. The stencil of the month coordinates with everything. Now, I'm showing you right there the foiling. That is also the other two foils that I did. I did the background on the pink, and then I did this solid foiling with an older Thanks die that I used from my stash with that pink one. But this card that I showed you on the 2D embossing folder was stenciled with the stencil of the month. And so was the BetterPress. This stencil coordinates with both of those products. That one is the BetterPress, if you can see there. That is the BetterPress. The other one is the 2D embossing folder. So how smart is that they coordinate together? I'm in love with this idea. And then the wax seal in the golf ball. I just love that. I love it when things coordinate. So this is just awesome. And I love that BetterPress there sample on the back of the stencil pack. It's in soft muted colors. I went bold and bright and crazy, but that's soft muted colors, and I think it's going to be gorgeous that way. Think of my vintage backgrounds, guys, that I did last month. I think that's going to be gorgeous. Well, I hope you have liked my video and that you've enjoyed it today. And I hope it helps you make decision making and everything. And that I have brought you some, help in the decision making. And that if you need anything, have any questions ever in your card making, that you come to me and, leave me a message. I'm always here to help in any way that I can. Feel free to join my group, Craft Life Together with Spellbinders and more, and I will see you in the upcoming videos. Bye-bye for now.